Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we find out if a company is actually growing or just growing its paperwork. Today we are diving into a report from the IPC Alternative Real Estate Income. Trust Incorporated, a company that is apparently busy behind the scenes making some interesting moves in the world of real estate investment. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty, if you love uncovering the real story behind corporate filings, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, we have a fantastic community over on our Discord server. Links are in the description below, so come join the conversation. So what is the big news from IPC Alternative Real Estate Income Trust Incorporated? Well, it looks like they've been busy with some private stock sales and bringing some new faces onto their board of directors. Let's unpack what that means for their future. First up, let's talk about something called unregistered sales of equity securities. Basically, this means they sold some company stock, but they did it in a way that didn't require all the usual government approvals, because they were selling it directly to a big investor who they considered experienced and capable of understanding the risks. Think of it like selling a used car to a mechanic versus selling it to someone who barely knows what an engine is. On the 23rd of December of last year, they sold about 4,298 shares of what they call Class X-1 common stock. Each share went for around $23.26, which brought in a total of $100,000. This sale happened because they believe they can offer this stock without needing to register it with the government because they followed specific rules for private sales. The really interesting part is that these shares are expected to be swapped for another type of share called Class X-2 shares. This swap will happen without needing to register them either, as long as certain conditions are met related to how much money is raised through sales. It is a way for them to manage their investor base and potentially prepare for future growth or different investment strategies without getting bogged down in registration paperwork for every step. Now let's move on to some fresh faces on the board. Sometimes companies bring in new directors to bring in new skills or perspectives, and that seems to be the case here. On the 6th of January of this year, the company's board of directors welcomed two new members, Alan Feldman and Anthony Chierso. These appointments are important because directors help guide the company's overall strategy and make big decisions. Mr. Feldman is considered an independent director, which means he doesn't have any significant ties to the company that could influence his decisions outside of what is best for all shareholders. He is also going to be a key player in important committees, like the Audit Committee, which keeps an eye on financial reporting, and the Affiliate Transaction Committee, which looks at deals between the company and parties related to it. For their work as independent directors, these new members will be compensated. The company has a set pay structure for them. Each independent director gets an annual amount of $100,000. This is split into $75,000 in cash paid quarterly and a $25,000 grant of company stock that they can't sell right away. On top of that, there are extra payments for chairing specific committees. For example, the head of the Audit Committee gets an extra $15,000, and the chairs of the Affiliate Transaction and Nominating Committees each get an additional $8,500. Directors can even choose to get their cash payments as more company stock if they prefer. The stock grants are based on the current price of the company's Class I shares, and they typically become fully theirs after 1 year. It is worth noting they don't get paid extra for just attending meetings, but their travel expenses are covered, which is pretty standard. Both Mr. Chierso and Mr. Feldman are also signing agreements that basically promise the company will protect them if they ever face legal trouble because of their work as directors. This is called an indemnification agreement, and it is pretty common for company leaders to have these. It means the company will help pay for any legal costs or claims that might come up as a result of them doing their jobs. These agreements are pretty much standard for what the company offers all its directors and top managers. Let's dig a little into who these guys are. Alan Feldman, who is 62, has a strong background in real estate education and practice. He is a senior fellow at the Wharton School's Real Estate Center and has been teaching there since 2013. He has also been an independent director for another real estate investment trust called EQT Exeter Real Estate Income Trust, incorporated since June 2023. Before that, he was the Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of Resource REIT from 2012 to 2022. Resource REIT was a non-traded real estate investment trust that eventually got bought by Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust Incorporated. At Resource REIT, Mr. Feldman was in charge of the company's overall strategy and its real estate investment approach. He has also held leadership roles at other related real estate companies and even worked in investment banking focusing on real estate before that. His experience as a director for other non-traded real estate investment trusts makes him a valuable addition to the board, according to the company. Anthony Chierso, who is 63, is currently the Chief Executive Officer and President of the Inland Real Estate Companies Incorporated. He took on this role in January of last year after joining Inland in July 2022 as the Chief Financial Officer. He's got over 30 years of experience in areas like finance, tax auditing, commercial real estate, capital markets, and alternative investments. Interestingly, Mr. Chirso is not entirely new to IPC Alternative Real Estate Income Trust Incorporated. He actually served as one of their directors from January 2024 to October 2025. He has also been on the board of the company's advisor, IPC Alternative Real Estate Advisor Incorporated. Since August 2023, he also sits on the boards of several other companies within the Inland Group. Before joining Inland, Mr. Chirso led the Institute for Portfolio Alternatives between 2015 and 2022. He has also been a director at United Development Funding and was the president and chief executive officer of Factrite, a firm that does research and due diligence for investments. His extensive background in finance, real estate, and investments makes the board believe he is well qualified to continue serving. A final important note on these new directors is that neither Mr. Feldman nor Mr. Chirso has any family ties to existing company leaders, and they do not appear to have any personal stake in any deals the company has made that would need to be publicly disclosed. This helps ensure their decisions are based on the company's best interests. And that is the rundown from this particular filing. It shows the company is actively managing its equity and bringing in experienced leadership to guide its future. What do you think about these moves by IPC Alternative Real Estate Income Trust Incorporated? Does bringing in these new directors and engaging in these private stock sales signal a positive direction for the company? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more regular dives into business filings. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.